It was magic, pure and simple. The girl with the golden curls appeared from nowhere and felt like she was dancing. There was music in the way she twirled, feet sweeping graceful arcs across the ground, and a triumphant crescendo of percussion in the gunfire that followed. To Sayaka, it was just like that time so long ago. The world seemed to be opening up just for her, revealing strange and beautiful secrets tucked away in its hidden folds. She was developing a bad habit of falling in love at moments like that. It was impossible not to want just a bit of that magic for herself. But Mommy told her to think carefully, and she was old enough now to understand the wisdom of that. She understood that she was lucky, more lucky than someone as selfish and ordinary as she really had any right to be, and that wasting her wish would be an insult to people like Kyosuke and Mami, who deserved so much better and were so much less fortunate. At least, that was what she told herself at the time. But waiting for the perfect wish to come to her while she stood on the sidelines and watched Mommy risk her life again and again, wasn't that the most selfish thing of all, really? An eerie kind of silence filled the moment she realized that. A silence thick enough to smother the explosive din of Hamura battling the witches. Only the earlier sounds still echoing around in her skull. The sounds of bones crunching and muscles ripping rang loud and clear and close. Who, after all, wouldn't rather be insulted than dead? She couldn't sleep at night. She tried putting on music, but somehow it didn't reach her. It was just so airy, so insubstantial. Once upon a time, that had been part of the magic, but now it seemed weaker than the clap of jaws snapping shut, or the awful wet noises of teeth worrying flesh. Eventually, she couldn't stand just lying in bed and sulking any longer. So she got up and began to pace around the house. Soon she found herself standing in front of the piano and, on a whim, tried playing it again for the first time in years. Somehow, it helped more than the CDs had. Feeling the cold press of the keys on her fingertips and watching the hammer strike the strings made the music seem more real. She ran through every exercise she knew, and then the few simple children's songs she could remember. And it took practically no time whatsoever, for all she had left was to start again at the beginning. If only she could write a song for Mommy, she thought. If only she could play the music she heard in her head the first time she saw her. But Mommy was dead, and Sayaka couldn't do a thing for her. She could do something, though, when Kyosuke made it clear he wanted to be dead too. She could, and she had to. It would take magic or a miracle, he said. And she knew that was it. That was her cue to stop being so selfish. To stop expecting everything from him and never giving anything of value back. She was the person who could do for him what he couldn't do for himself. And even if he never learned it was her, she would go through with it, regretting nothing and asking for nothing in return. She was a child and thought she could do anything.